welcome to New Day Cleveland, and we're about to see Natalie Herbick order food today, right?
Stop! That's all people think I do is eat, eat, eat. But you know what? It's a show that is all about bacon today, and I think that appeals to a lot of people, don't you?
We're here at Walnut Wednesday. We got the 216 truck here. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic.
Okay, yeah. We got some bacon here. Let's take a look at this one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bacon double cheeseburger.
Bacon
double cheeseburger.
Right,
Look
that's
at
a
that.
5-pound black Angus, and we have our special double wide mac and cheese with bacon.
Well, this is it. This will give you a heart attack.
You might
Don't
have
let your
had that
cardiologist.
Okay, so we got the mac and cheese in here.
this.
We got the bacon burger, and we are only scratching the surface because you are on the way to where?
Westside Market. We're going to check out the Butcher Babes right now.
Go bacon.
Get some bacon.
Here she is, the girl with all the goods. Emma is cooking up some delicious bacon for us. Rave reviews this place gets, I'm telling you. We've seen all of these great restaurants that make good bacon, and they have it there for us, but this is where a lot of people come to get it.
Mm-hmm. We supply a lot of restaurants in Ohio City, into Lakewood, Westlake. Here we've got our plain bacon, our naked bacon, which has no flavoring on it.
Naked
but it's
bacon.
Hickory smoked. In the middle we have our Heaven and Hell, which is a spicy cayenne-based bacon with some sweet essence added to it. And this is our biggest seller, Christmas Ale bacon.
Christmas ale bacon.
Mm-hmm. That is our hot ticket item. We only make it during Christmas ale season. We got some for this show so that we could show you guys.
Oh,
it was like a hidden away stock.
Okay, so you can't get that all year long.
No.
Okay. But the other two, obviously you can. Now, how far along are we in the cooking process here?
We're pretty far along. It depends on how crispy you like your bacon, but it's thoroughly cooked. So,
do you think I could sample one of those?
of course.
Is it gonna be hot? We
I mean,
got,
it'll
look, we got Alexia over here too, the other wonderful owner of this place, who I'm telling you, they whip up. It's so awesome to see girls back here getting the job done, you know? I love this. So we just put it over. Oh, you just cut it for me there?
I was going to.
Go ahead, do it, girl.
Let me grab a knife.
Okay, you get a knife, and now as you cut this up for me, I noticed something in the window there. You have ground bacon?
Yes, we have ground bacon. We sell 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds of that every couple of days.
Are you
People use it on
serious?
everything. You can put it in your burgers, on your salads. You can make pretty much anything unhealthy and make it taste better.
Wait, that's the Christmas ale.
Mm-hmm.
That is delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, now you gotta pull out one of the other ones.
Okay.
This stuff's just too good. So what makes your pork really, you think, stand out?
Well, it's all Ohio raised, no steroids, no hormones. It comes in fresh. You know, we get a delivery every day at the market, so it's about as fresh as you can possibly get it. Might be a little spicy.
Oh my gosh, it's
The
so
Heaven and Hell.
good.
That's a brand new one.
So good.
Yeah.
That's brand new?
Yeah, that's a brand new flavor.
Oh my gosh. Now, is it all served thick like that too? I love the
Yes.
thickness of it.
Yes. We only do thin bacon on command, and it is not recommended.
Well, now, why is it not recommended? Other than the fact that I just like the taste of that better.
Everybody wants more bacon.
You gotta have more
Yeah.
bacon in your life.
I
right?
mean, you can get thin cut, you just have to eat more of it. So it's
So
personal
why not?
preference.
Exactly. They have a bag up here. It's kind of awesome. It says bacon, the main reason
Yes.
why you're not a vegetarian. I mean, doesn't that just make absolute sense to you? I love it.
Yes.
So when people come in, do they buy it? I mean, you obviously have restaurants that come in.
Mm-hmm.
Do people just want some bacon? Do they come in by the pound? How does it work?
We have everyone come in and get 3 to 4 slices to 6, 7 pounds. You know, we have people coming from all over Ohio that stock their freezer and give us the next date when they're coming to the market. Like, they call ahead, they want their stuff ready to make sure that we are not going to run out. And we try not to.
So now, are we going to see different times of year then, obviously with the Christmas sale, certain times of year, other types of flavors of bacon?
Yeah, we tried to replace the Christmas ale with another sweet bacon because
Cinnamon, what does that say?
cinnamon
chipotle bacon?
Yeah,
How many different flavors or kinds do you have?
like 8, 9. We try to keep coming up with more.
You got the maple bacon. I didn't see all this behind. Pepper bacon, the regular naked bacon, obviously just the traditional. And then you have the Christmas sale. Wow. I don't know where you would go to get bacon than this place.
I haven't bought bacon anywhere else in years. I've been here almost 11 years, so.
It's delicious. I see why. Thanks for having me. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
continue to get in on this bacon. I want another piece of.
Go
what
for
was
it.
this one? That's
This
the
is
one
the
I want.
Heaven and Hell.
Yep, give me that one. So good. Who needs the fork?
Russ, I sort of feel like I'm in a old-time saloon here.
Yeah, it kind of gives you that feel, doesn't it?
The Wild Eagle Saloon on Huron, huh?
That's right, right on East Huron Road.
It's not like an old-time saloon, though, because when I walked in here, I talked to the lady behind the bar. I got the drink I wanted. Then she asked me if I wanted to have a beer, and I said, well, maybe I'll have a beer. And she started talking to me about these walls of beer. Like, beer pours out of walls here?
That's right, you can pour your own. So if you have never had the pleasure of bartending, you get to kind of get the feel for it and pour your own draft beer.
So how many walls of beer do you have?
We have 3 different walls, 17 different varieties of beer.
And how does that work? I mean, how do people just take the beer? Are they stealing from you, or how does it work?
No, basically you just buy your card at the bar, and then you tap it onto the screen. It'll come up with your name and how much you've had, and you pour.
So do you buy a card for like 3 beers, or do you just get a card, then at the end you figure out how many beers you had?
No, you put much money as you want on it.
Yeehaw!
Yeah,
It's
so-
that kind of thing, right?
And then every so often you gotta come back to recharge it, and then just get with the bartender again, and then you're all set.
Yeah, okay, so I had to talk about the walls of beer because that is great, and they got great games here and a lot of things going on. But the main reason we snuck in here today was to talk about bacon. Do you think
We have bacon. Yeah.
You think people like bacon?
Really thick bacon, yeah.
Really thick bacon?
Yeah.
I saw some things on your menu. It looked like 1/3 of a pound of a bacon strip kind of thing. What was that?
It's our bacon appetizer. So we have barbecue bacon, spicy barbecue bacon, maple glazed, and then a bacon fried bacon, which is made with a peppered gravy, which is made from bacon as well. Yeah.
Bacon. Okay, walk me through that one that's sort of like candy. It's like when you talk about it, it's almost like that delicious blend of sugar, maple, and bacon.
Oh, so our maple, that is my favorite, is the maple bacon, because it's got a nice char on it. We put some, cook it with maple syrup, and we marinate it in maple syrup before we grill it. So you get a nice caramelization from that, and then you get the sweet from the maple and the salty from the bacon. So you can't really get any better than that.
Can't get better than that. So is that your best seller of the bacon items?
Yeah, between that and the barbecue, they're pretty close.
Okay,
Neck
so
and
how's
neck.
the barbecue different?
Just different, except we use our signature spicy barbecue sauce on it, so you get more of a spicy with the char.
And then the one that has the gravy is for the brawny individual.
Yeah, that's it's breaded, and it's basically country fried bacon, basically, and from the rendered bacon, that's what we make the gravy with. So if you like bacon,
If
can't go wrong with
you
that.
like bacon, they're making bacon here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I noticed a lot of different kind of games here too. Like some of them are like throwback games, aren't they, from the past?
Yeah, definitely. We have Centipede and Miss Pac-Man. We have an old school pinball machine game.
I think I saw something like skee ball back there too, right?
We have skee ball in our vault down here. We also have bocce ball, an indoor bocce ball court upstairs with two courts.
I love this place. So here it is. It says inebriation station, and it's got an arrow. We got an inebriation station, and it's got an arrow.
That's number 2.
And there must up on top inebriation station, and there's an arrow.
Right.
So in case you can't find a beer here, you look for the
inebriation stations.
inebriation station. And the name of the place is
Wild Eagle Saloon.
Wild Eagle Saloon, and it's right downtown. It's on Huron. Sort of like, how would you tell somebody to get here if they've never been here before?
We're right by the entrance to Playhouse Square, and then we're right on the corner of East 9th and Prospect. You can't miss us.
Yeah, and if you've got a really great sense of smell, look for the bacon.
Definitely. Thanks, David.
Coming up, we're heating things up with a local firefighter. It's a tasty twist on breakfast bacon. I've been to a lot of restaurants in my time, folks, but this is one kitchen I haven't been to when it comes to cooking up a delicious meal. I'm talking about the Cleveland Heights Fire Department. Dave, thanks so much for having us here today.
No problem.
So, you guys are always out and about. You're helping to save lives, but you gotta have some good home-cooked meals when you come back to the station, right?
Yeah, all the
I
time.
know you guys come up with some really good things. Today, though, you're cooking up a bacon dish for us.
Yes.
And this is not just any bacon dish. This caught the attention of Michael Simon, is that correct?
I did, yeah.
How did that happen?
Someone invited him to have dinner or breakfast here, and it kind of evolved into, let's make a show out of it. And they had us on the chew for like a cooking competition.
So there was a competition with the guys here in the department.
Two groups of guys.
So
yeah.
two groups fighting against each other here to make some of the best bacon around.
It wasn't just about bacon. There was a breakfast sandwich one group made, and we made a strata.
Oh, so you're saying we have to come back for several different
Well,
breakfast
it's up to
dishes
you
here.
guys, yeah.
We're going to start with the bacon, but we'll be back, that's for sure. So what kind of bacon dish are you preparing?
This is a blueberry pecan crusted bacon.
Okay. Sounds delicious.
It's pretty
And I've
good.
never seen something with blueberries added onto it too. So how do we begin?
All right, basically you need to get some blueberries. We just went to the store, just got some blueberries. And
Regular fresh ones,
yeah,
or
they're fresh.
frozen?
You can do either one.
Okay.
We got fresh ones. Basically, just you throw them in a pot, throw a little bit of water, add some sugar, and that's kind of your sauce, which also makes it the pecans adhere to the bacon.
And are you one of the chefs here? I know you guys all get together.
Yeah, one of many. There's a lot of good chefs here.
All right, well, I'm gonna let that boil, and we're gonna get back to it once that's done. Start adding these ingredients, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. It's getting there.
Put it on the racks, that way all the grease, well, most of the grease drops down.
This is where the fun begins, huh?
Oh yeah. So now we just take the blueberry sauce and we just
Paint it right on.
paint it on.
Now, when you make this, how many times have you made this since it was shown on TV?
Only a few times actually.
I'm sure, though, once you put this out there, it's gone. And if it's anything like a newsroom, it's gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah, we like our bacon.
All right, wait. I have to take a time out. Look at this guy right here. You know how I just called? What's his name again?
Brian.
Brian. What's the last name?
Gorski.
Brian Gorski. This is the one who unfortunately lost. I'm sorry, Brian. As a consolation prize, we're going to give you some of this bacon when we're done, okay? All right. So what's next now?
All right, so now we put the blueberry sauce on.
Okay.
Now we just take our pecans
All right.
and just put some, sprinkle it on, just like a sundae.
So, do you guys eat this good all of the time?
Not we eat this good,
If
but
Brian's
not.
cooking, not
But
this good, right?
we usually eat healthier than this. This is kind of a treat.
This is a little treat. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys probably make all kinds of great things.
We have a lot of good chefs. Brian's one of our good chefs.
He's one of them. I just had to give him a
He's
hard
a lot. No, yeah, absolutely. We give each other a hard time. That's what makes they go by so fast.
So we're just gonna throw it back in then once you're done?
Throw it in, yeah. Probably. I'm hoping another 10 minutes or so.
All right, so the guys are just hanging out here. We're gonna feed them in just a moment. Sound good? All right. So it's all done, ready to go. And I see a lot of hungry faces over here that are looking
yeah.
at me like, bring me my bacon. All right, so you just plate it up on the plate. This is family style.
Yeah.
We like to serve here.
That's what we do.
And I have some extra sauce. He even made pancakes for everybody too.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, did you hear them? You're the best, Dave. All right, so this is, guys, don't be polite, dig in. Go ahead. There you have it. This is going to be a recipe that we can put up on our website too, so that everybody can make this at home if they want
Sure,
to.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, what do you think though? Is he normally a good cook?
Very good.
Yes?
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you so much again for having
Welcome.
us here.
Thank you.
know I have to dig in too though.
Absolutely.
Is that
Oh, no, I
okay?
expect-
Right in the heart of Ohio City, ABC The Tavern has been serving upscale food with a classic bar attitude. One of their best sellers features big cuts of pork belly, and we stopped in to see how it's done.
Right now, I'm taking a piece of one of the 5 primal cuts of pork, which is pork belly. Used to not be as cool as it is now, just because everybody didn't really think about making their own pork belly until restaurants made it a little more popular. Pork belly is basically bacon. It just skips a few steps of the curing process. Some pork bellies are smoked, some are boiled, some are hung, and some have a lot of different nitrates and nitrites. And we don't use any of that stuff. We just do a salt, brine, not cure, or a cure, not brine. The brine is the wet version, and it's just basically salt, a mixture of spices, sugar. We do a 60-40 ratio with salt and sugar. And then we have a few different spices that we add to it. Fresh nutmeg. Fresh is always better than dried nutmeg. Dried nutmeg doesn't taste very good after about 2 weeks of being open. So you just might as well get the fresh stuff and buy a microplane. a little bit of white pepper, quite a bit of black pepper, and we have some cumin. We're just going to do about 3 teaspoons, and then go ahead and fold it all together. Mix it really nice, and then take your portion of pork, whichever fits your pan size best. Coat it very nice. Then you need to let this sit for about 3 days to leach out the excess moisture, so that when you have your finished product, it's not gelatinous or full of too much unwanted fat. And then shake off a little excess. You would store this for 3 to 4 days, and then dry it, wash it so it's not too salty, and then put it in the oven. We're just going to show you how to put it in the oven. You take it, you put it in the size of the pan that is best suited for your amount of pork you have. So if you want pork belly, you need to think about it about 4 days earlier than you want it. And you're going to do this at a low temp, so you can go ahead and put a little foil on there to keep all the moisture in so that the braise is proper. If you don't keep the moisture in, it's not going to be tender. And then you would take it and you'd go into a 225 degree oven for at least 8 to 12 hours. There's that one. Out comes one prepared. Then we'll take a look at that. Watch out for a little bit of steam. At 225, you probably shouldn't have that big of an issue. But you take the foil apart, and you're left with pork belly. And then you would process that by pressing it for about a day to get the excess moisture out, and then you're left with this right here. Elvis, take it away.
You got it, Chef. I would take your pork belly, always do it on a skillet if you can, to get that nice crispy golden texture.
Their famous pork belly BLT is piled high on fresh Italian bread and topped with their homemade sauce. Another Clevelander favorite is the award-winning Atomic Dog. That, of course, features mouth-watering bacon.
We stuff it with jalapeno, diced, minced, just put a split in it. Take a piece of bacon. You're gonna start wrapping it with at least 2 pieces usually. You have to use toothpicks. If you don't, the bacon will just fly right off of it. So we just go through 3 of them usually, just to make sure the 2 pieces stick together. 350 degree deep fryer is what you're gonna wanna use, but you can bake them. 350 just takes a little bit longer, about 15 minutes. People love bacon for basically one reason, it's salt. Every human beings and animals, we crave it. And it's one of those tastes that it hits your tongue, you're like, oh yeah. You smell bacon, I love bacon personally, so.
Don't go anywhere. The time has come to make your own bacon. David is learning how.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. It's all about bacon, and we've had all different kinds of bacon, but now we're going to make bacon thanks to the Spice Hound. Kevin, I always call you the Spice Hound, right?
It works for me.
Coit Road Farmers Market. We're having a good time here, and what do we start with here?
We got pork belly. Everybody knows bacon, but it's surprising how many people don't even know what bacon is.
Right.
It's kind of like people don't realize that, like ham is cured and a pork roast isn't. They don't know why ham is like it is.
So it's like a pork butt, and then you
exactly
turn it into
a leg
ham.
or whatever. But bacon's one of those things. I had a friend tell me one time. He goes, "I love bacon, but I don't know what it is." So bacon's really easy to do at home, and you can make it as complicated as you want. You can, dry cure it and cold smoke it, all kinds of things. But actually, there's a really basic way that anybody can do this at home.
You start with the pork belly.
Find a pork belly. This one's skin off. A lot of times you'll get them skin on, and you can do rind on bacon.
Right.
Or you can take the skin off, and you can make cracklings.
Okay, so do you spice both sides of it, or just one side?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is this is the basics.
Okay.
You can make bacon with just sugar. Just salt. Sorry. The most time you want some sugar to balance that. But really, in the old days, a lot of times it would be just salted down, cured, and then we good. And the whole idea was that you could take this piece of meat that would normally spoil in a couple days and you can store it for months.
Ah, got it.
You're curing it.
Okay.
So I think always some balancing sugar is a good idea. Now this is dark brown sugar. I'm not a big fan of white sugar. If you're going to do sugar, I don't think you should bring some flavor along with it. You could also use like maple syrup or honey, anything for the sugar, and it is optional, but it will give it some balance. And then you come to the third ingredient, which is also optional and controversial, and that's the sodium nitrite. And this is one of those things that everybody gets all panicky about. Oh my God, the nitrite,
Right.
But it does a couple things, and most importantly is it protects against bacteria, especially botulism. Botulism
Nobody
likes
wants botulism.
warm environments that are low in oxygen, which happens to be what smokers do really well.
So we're going to smoke this. So are you going to put this on there?
This is going to go on here. We're going to mix this up. In fact, we could just do that.
Okay.
And you'll see in the stores, you'll see uncured bacon. They'll talk all the time. This is not uncured.
So that's no nitrate.
That's the scam.
Yeah.
But actually, what it'll say under there will say, except for what's naturally occurring in celery powder and sometimes celery powder and sea salt.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do, celery, by taking that celery and dehydrating it, making a juice out of it, and then there's a fermentation process. You can convert it to nitrite. Then you can use it to cure this stuff, but you don't have to list it as nitrite added because it came from celery and not from this.
Got it.
So you're still getting your nitrite. It's still cured. It's just it's a labeling, an anomaly of labeling, basically.
Okay, so how long do you have to leave this on there to get it?
This is a really thin piece. This would probably be done in a week. A thicker one's
This is
maybe
going to be a
up to
very
2
long
weeks.
segment.
So basically, all you're going to do is rub this on. If you want to figure it out, it's about 5% weight of this to this.
Okay.
And this is like a cup of salt, half a cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of the nitrite.
Okay.
Which, you can buy for $1. You can buy enough nitrite to cure 100 pounds of meat. So it's cheap. And all you're going to do is rub this on, easy as be. And the trick with this is you don't have to do any fancy math or anything, because what'll stick to this will be all you need to cure it.
So
you don't have to sit there and worry about how much cure for how many pounds or whatever. And
both sides.
That's right. Just keep mushing it on. And then once you get this all covered, you don't need to be too meticulous here. Put it in a bag, and usually what I'll do actually, and I didn't do it here, is trim it up to fit in a zip bag.
Oh, right.
This is what most people have, and it fits in the fridge. And even when it comes to smoking and slicing, it's a reasonable sized piece of meat to deal with, you know?
So do we let it sit for a week before we smoke it, or we smoke it right now?
No, it's going to sit for a week before you smoke it. You'll see this one is like starting to ooze liquid. What's going to happen is the salt pulp draws moisture out of the meat, picks up, it mixes with the salt, and of course wants to reach equilibrium, and it's drawn back in.
Okay, so then we have to refrigerate that.
Yeah, you're going to throw this in the fridge. You'll know it's cured when it gets quite firm. It'll feel very different than raw meat. It'll start to feel very firm.
Okay, so the smoker, how hot is the smoker when it's in the smoker?
You're going to want to keep it in the 200-degree range. What you don't want to do is render the fat out, because you want to render the fat out in the skillet, because you're going to cook with that.
Okay.
And so you want to smoke it. You want to bring it up to an internal temperature of 150 degrees.
Okay, so then after it's smoked, then we cook it after it's smoked.
Yeah, then it's bacon. Then you can slice it or whatever you need to do and fry it in the skillet.
Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fry some in the skillet, and when we come back, we're going to check out the Spice Hounds bacon.
All right.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. I'm with the Spice Hound at the Coit Road Farmers Market, and we've learned how to cure some bacon here. You showed us how to do that. We've sliced it, we've smoked it. It's in the skillet, and it's starting to look like it's looking pretty good. But Kev, I have a question here. It's almost the same size it was as we put it in. Why didn't it shrink up like my store-bought bacon?
Typically, store-bought bacons are brine cured. They're not dry cured like this. Not only is dry cured easier to do at home, but in my opinion, it's the better way to do it. Brine cured tends to uptake water. It tends to shrink more.
So when you cook
cooked.
it, all the water comes out and it gets smaller.
Yeah, and it
so the
shrinks
water
up more.
goes home.
And the dry cured is a lot easier, in my opinion. And I like the texture better.
Okay, now let's talk about another thing here. We got some bacon cooking here. Do we want it crispy, or do you like it floppy, or what's the deal on bacon then?
You can debate people forever on the right way to cook bacon, but I'm one of those ones that likes it a little floppy. I don't want to render all the fat out. Just enough to use for whatever I'm going to cook next. Put your eggs in that fat, but
yeah, I mean,
some people like it to shatter when they bite into it.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, so this is so lean too. I mean, it looks great. It didn't shrink much at all.
Yeah, it's, the fat's well cured, so it actually doesn't render as hard.
Hey, so we're at the Coit Road Farmers Market, and I just want to tell folks that you guys are here every Saturday for sure. And Kevin also does, he sells all the spices. He's the Spice Hound, but he also does some cooking classes too.
Yeah, I typically come back and cook. Sometimes I plan ahead, sometimes I don't. But I'm usually cooking something when I'm back here.
You did a wonderful thing here.
All right.
The Spice Hound. Digging it. The only thing better than this is dessert. Dessert with bacon, you like that idea?
Bacon in your dessert, what the heck?
Check it out.
We
started a cookie and a cupcake back in 2008 and actually churned ice cream shop in 2012. And just last year, we decided, let's just put them together. We listened to our customers and we said, it's time. Let's not make them go to different locations. Each location has both the ice cream and the daily cupcakes, along with custom cakes and all those goodies like cheesecake sticks and, I know, brownies and cookies. So today we're making the maple bacon cupcake with a whiskey center. So to start off, we actually have to prepare a little bit ahead of time and make our whiskey filling, because that whiskey filling needs to be cooked out just in case someone who doesn't need the alcohol content. But also we want to make sure it's nice and solid in the center and it doesn't seep out. And then what we're going to do is cook our bacon and save all that grease, because that's what's going to make our frosting. I know. And then what we also do, because of our frosting, it needs to have maple in there. And we use local Ohio maple syrup, and we actually reduce it down to it's a nice thick consistency. And we add all that together and create our frosting. That gets put on top of the freshly baked vanilla cupcake, of course, super moist, that has been already filled with the whiskey filling. And that way you can enjoy it with crunchy bacon and all of that yummy flavor. Our maple bacon French toast ice cream is quite a hit, and it's really easy to make because it starts with basic vanilla ice cream that we make ourselves. It's got a lot of yolks in it though, so it's like a custard ice cream, but then it's got that kind of scrambled egg breakfast feeling in it when you add all the other ingredients. So we start with organic milk from Hartzler Farm. We add cream and organic eggs, sugar, even vanilla bean, and we cook that until it's nice and thick. Let it cool, of course, and let the flavors develop. And that's when we add our whole pieces of bacon, our, of course, from scratch made French toast pieces in there. And then as it sits in the freezer after it's churned, it's going to develop little flavors of cinnamon, little flavors of maple bacon in there, and all of that good stuff. We enjoy food and we enjoy being adventurous. So sometimes it doesn't work out. We'll try things and it's not so good. But other ones that do make it are usually the ones that are popular, like that maple bacon French toast ice cream or the cupcakes or all of those crazy flavors we have. But we have 13 daily flavors and we always have a flavor of the day. So when you check us out on Facebook, I post every day what the flavor will be. So you never know what you're gonna get, and it might be maple bacon, it might be something classic, it's chocolate and vanilla, but it'll always have a little spin and won't be anything like our regular flavors.
Yes, indeed, we are rocking the queue, the barbecue. It is Walnut Wednesday, and I'm here with the proper pig, and this is where the queue comes to you.
It is.
Okay, so we're out here on Wednesday, and somebody told me that you guys have Texas barbecue, right?
Yeah, we slow smoke everything right here on the truck. We use oak, it's a pellet smoker, so we don't use gas, we don't use charcoal or anything. Everything smokes overnight for about 12 to 14 hours. We don't sauce it, that's your choice if you want to put a little sauce on it.
So this is some sauce.
We let our salt and pepper Texas style rub and the smoke come through for the flavor.
What's about this bacon on a stick thing? What's that look like? Can I get one of those?
Can we have a bacon on a stick?
Okay, bacon on a stick, that's something I wouldn't eat every day because, well, you know, it's bacon on a stick. But let's check this out.
This is one of our specialties. It's about 1/4 inch. We get a full slab of bacon, cut it into about 1/4 inch. We use our rub and maple brown sugar glaze, and then we smoke it for about an hour or two. And this is the result.
Can you guys smell that? Huh? What do you think of that, huh? Pretty good.
And then you may want to try one of our specialty sandwiches.
So what kind of sandwich can you make back there?
Can you get us a proper slopper?
Look at this.
Now here's the proper slopper. This is kind of our specialty sandwich. It's basically a sampler on a bun. You have our smoked Texas hot link sausage, brisket, pulled pork, coleslaw, and you got the homemade chips, and then you got bacon on it.
Wow.
You pretty much need a knife and a fork to eat this bad boy.
I'm gonna reach in there with a big mitt.
You got it. It's got a little bit of a kick, so be ready. Not too spicy.
Which meat is this one?
It's a Texas style beef sausage.
It's spicy.
A little bit. Nice kick for you.
Yeah, it's really good. How did you get started in this thing? How did this thing begin?
Yeah, my business partner Shane and I, We grew up together since we were about 5 years old. We've always been talking about a way to quit our real jobs and do something. So we finally started this, put a little bit of money together, bought the truck off Craigslist for about $1,000 last year.
Oh, really?
Yep, built the whole thing ourselves, stripped it down. Neither of us had any idea what we were doing, but the only thing we hired was an electrician to do the electric. Everything else we did ourselves, and took a little longer than we planned, but
So why not Kansas City? Why not St. Louis? Why not the Carolinas? Why Texas?
well, we both pretty much traveled the country for our jobs, trying barbecue everywhere, and for us, there's nothing better than the Texas style. Beef brisket's kind of our specialty, which is the specialty out in Texas. And when you come back here to Cleveland, you can't really find good brisket.
Right.
For us, you can't even find any great smoked barbecue. Everything you get around here is kind of the baked ribs thrown on a grill and sauced up. So we wanted to do something to set us apart.
Yeah, so it's really all about the meat and how you season the meat. It's not so much about the sauce, although the sauce is here.
Exactly, the sauce is secondary for us.
So check it out. It's Texas style. It's a proper pig, and it's all about the Q, folks. Barbecue, and this one on wheels. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
When we return, sizzling bacon candy. Yep, I tested out the wackiest bacon items on the market.
I like it. We here at New Day Cleveland absolutely love this store. It's called Off the Wagon. We're right in the middle of Kent on Main Street. Michelle, thanks for having us back.
Thanks for coming.
We've been here at the location. We've also had you on the show. Every time you come on, I just laugh and laugh because there's so many great items that you have here, little novelty pieces that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yep, we try to have different things that you just come in and laugh, and some people just come in for a laugh every once in a while. So.
Well, it took me about 15 minutes just to get me situated, focused on what we're working on now, because I walk into their store and we just play with things. It's just so much fun to be down here. But again, it's a show about bacon, so we're focusing on bacon here, and
of course,
a lot of this we can't eat, which is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to items you have, again, they're unique. What all do you have that is bacon related, I should say?
We have lots of bacon items. Some of the more unusual ones, the bacon flavored toothpaste.
Could you imagine brushing your teeth with that?
Bacon Band-Aids.
Bacon Band-Aids. Now you put that on your body, I can only imagine. That is a talking piece. People will come up to you and want to talk to you about the fact that you have bacon taped to the side of your body somewhere. What about this yodeling bacon?
Yeah, it yodels.
So you just press a button and it yodels?
Yeah.
Now, if you want your, I love the smell of bacon. If you want your entire car to smell like bacon.
Oh, we have a solution for that too. Bacon air freshener.
Look at that. All right, so then bacon balm, I see here.
Yes, lip balm.
Make your lips
that way
taste
you can
like
taste it all the time.
When you pucker up and give someone a nice kiss, you taste like bacon. Who doesn't love that, right?
Yeah.
Now I see sizzling bacon candy here.
Yeah, do you want to try that?
Oh, sizzling bacon candy. When it says sizzling, it's not gonna get hot or anything, is it?
No, it just sizzles.
It
kind of
sizzle
like
in your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what this means. I'll just pop it in, right?
Sure.
Oh, I smell it already. Oh my gosh. Can you hear it? It's just like, that's so weird. It's like Pop Rocks, like the...
Yeah.
That's really good. I like it. I could get used to that in my mouth. It's good.
Fun.
It's really good.
Fun
What about
bacon.
these? Jelly beans.
Bacon jelly beans. We have bacon mince. You want to?
Oh, bacon mince too?
Mince. Yep.
I'm going to walk around. People are going to be like, what did you just have for breakfast? Oh, I
Well,
know.
You always have a mint after you eat something, so that makes sense.
It's still sizzling in my mouth, by the way. Those are good too.
Yeah.
Those are really good. Bacon flavored toothpicks?
Yep.
Wow. And then, what do we have here?
Bacon gumballs.
I mean, you can pass some of this stuff up. Bacon gumballs too.
I
also saw the really cute onesie that you have for little kids that has bacon on it.
It says, my dad eats more bacon than your dad.
I'm guessing bacon is definitely something that, I mean, it's obviously a talk about. You have a bunch of things in your store.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Geared towards
Everyone
it.
loves bacon, and it's kind of funny, you know?
Am I missing anything else that's hidden around the
We
store?
have a bacon pendant that says bacon.
A pendant as well.
Yes.
So when you come down to the store off the Wagon again here in Kent, we're right on Main Street. Come in here if you want to come for something bacon flavored, but I'm telling you, spend the afternoon here, go get lunch, because you're gonna wanna stay here in this store and just stroll around and probably buy a bunch of different things, because it really is really cool items that you're not gonna find everywhere, guys. So keep that in mind. Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having us back. I'm sure we'll have you back on the show sometime soon. You know we love
Awesome.
you.
Great.
All right, there it is, more bacon.
Okay, everyone say it now. Cento, right? It's Cento, but it's Cento, right?
That's right.
Sort of like Italian. We're here with Chef Kevin Auger, and this show's about bacon. So I was reading the menu outside. A lot of great things. I love this menu. Would you say it's an Italian menu?
Yeah.
It's really a great looking menu. A lot of great fresh stuff on there. I didn't see bacon, so what's that?
It's pancetta. It's the Italian version of bacon.
The Italian version of bacon.
Ours is dry cured instead of smoked.
So what do you start with? You start with pork belly,
Yeah,
or how do you
pork
do it?
belly, and then we dry cure it with some garlic, rosemary, salt and pepper. Let that sit in the cooler for about a week, and head off to our dry curing room for about 2 more weeks.
So you guys do a bunch of meats in the dry curing room?
Yeah, we do all of our charcuterie in-house. Right now we have some duck prosciutto down there, bresaola, some copa, pepperoni as well.
Yeah.
So it's all down there.
Sounds great. Okay, so we're gonna add this Italian-style bacon to make a pizza.
That's right.
Show us your magic.
All right. So we have our house-made dough. We'll stretch it out to about the size of this board. So then we'll dock the dough, get rid of any air bubbles.
Little perforation action.
Right. And then a good amount of coarse ground black pepper, provolone cheese. Spread that evenly over top. Then you take the pancetta and you kind of want to form a circle around it.
So pancetta is sort of like lightly smoked then, huh?
It's not smoked at all.
Not smoked at all?
Nope, just dry cured in-house.
Because most of the bacon we see, like bacon, it's smoked.
Right. So you want to make some little pockets for the eggs to go in.
So is this the pizza they say is the best pizza in Cleveland?
In Ohio.
In Ohio.
That's
this
right.
particular pizza or all of them?
Just this one.
This particular pizza. So that's quite an endorsement.
So you make a little nest for the eggs to go in. So then you'll just crack the eggs right on top.
Where'd you get this idea for this pizza?
It's been here for a while. It's been here since we opened.
Yeah, I want to tell you we're on West 25th Street, all the catty corner from the Westside Market, so it's easy to find. So we're going to whip that in the oven now. How long is it going to take to make?
About 4 or 5 minutes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's have the best pizza in Ohio.
Right.
And here it is, folks. So now we get to find out why you call it the sunny side pizza, right?
Yep, eggs are perfectly sunny side.
Sunny side up. So this is the best pizza in Ohio.
Yeah.
Can you
correct.
believe that? And you know what's really wild is you usually put pepper on top of eggs, so we get all the pepper on the bottom on the dough.
So one of the tricks too is to cut through each egg to break it up to make the sauce on the pizza.
Look at that. And there you go. Plate it up. Look
We'll
at
top
that.
it with a little parsley.
I knew it. I just knew you were going to have to dress that baby up a little.
And
How
fresh
pretty
Parmesan.
is that?
And then a little bit of extra virgin olive oil around the crust.
Sunnyside pizza. And I got to tell you, you come to Cento too, all the dishes look this creative to me. I mean, this is the best pizza in Ohio, but I saw things on there that just sound remarkable.
Yeah, we put a lot of hard work into the menu here.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of things are handcrafted too, like you go through all the trouble to house smoke the meats and cure the meats.
Everything is done in-house here.
And the best thing about it is they are open till what time in the morning?
2 a.m. Every day of the year.
Every day of the year, 365
Saturday
days.
and Sunday we're open from 11 to 2.
Okay, and you see Kevin, you say hey to Kevin. You see Sam walking around, he's one of the owners. Check in with him because I tell you, this is one of the friendly places in town. And if you want the best pizza in Ohio, it's right here, the Sunnyside Pizza. Coming up, we've got a whole lot more bacon coming your way. Well, we're making bacon on New Day, Cleveland, and we found our way over to Ohio City. That's on West 25th Street, right near the Westside Market. And we're at a place called the Nano Brew Cleveland.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
there you go. And this is Billy, and he's the chef. And we're looking for bacon, but I heard I could find bacon here, but I might not be able to find it unless I look a little close.
Absolutely. On this burger, the PB&J, we have the bacon jam.
So this is a burger.
Yep, exactly.
So we got a burger with bacon, but it's a whole different kind of topping.
Absolutely. So we're gonna flip the burger real quick, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the bacon jam. So the way that we came up with the PB&J burger is that I had heard of a bunch of burgers with peanut butter on it, and I thought, well, that'd be cool to do a burger with like peanut butter and jelly. And then I'm like, well, you know, like, what are you gonna put on it? Strawberry, grape? That doesn't work. And I go, well, bacon jam.
Yeah.
What if we do bacon jam? So we made bacon jam, and it wound up being one of the first burgers that we ran when we opened, and we've been running it ever since. And it's gotten a bit of a cult following, but it's really, really good.
That is excellent. You know, when I walked in, I saw the Nano brewery, the small little brewery. A lot of people haven't seen it. They've heard the word, but they don't really know what it's about. What's a Nano brewery about?
What we do is we're the pilot program for Market Garden Brewery. We do beers in 20-gallon batches that we release every Thursday. So we make a burger that pairs with that every Thursday as well, which is a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with beer and a lot of fun with food.
That's excellent. So when's this baby ready to get topping? So you got the toast in the bun here. So you don't put cheese on this burger then?
No, not at all. It's got plenty of fat from peanut butter.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need any cheese at all.
I like that idea. I like that idea that, you know, you put cheese on a burger, it gives you that little extra fatty thing, but here we're talking about totally different fats, like, because peanut's a pretty interesting flavor, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you get with like the PB&J burger, what you do is it kind of runs the whole gamut. You get a little bit of sweet and a little bit of savory as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a different taste, and you get a little bit of bitterness for the mixed greens as well. So it really hits everything as far as the flavor profile goes. It's a pretty interesting and complex burger.
Excellent.
Yep. All right, I think we're ready to plate this.
We're assembling, what do you call the burger?
The PB&J.
We're assembling the PB&J.
Yep. So first we're going to pull the bun off. It's nice and toasted.
See, I like that.
And then while we're waiting for the burger to finish, we're going to put a little bit of peanut butter over the top right there. Just like so.
So how do you make this jam we're about to put on there?
The jam is really easy to make. We just use caramelized onions and garlic, and then we add the bacon, obviously. Then bourbon, whether that makes that into the dish, I'll never reveal. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of maple syrup. And then we let that reduce for about an hour and a half, and then we're all set and ready to go.
I'm going to sneak a little back of my spoon in here.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
There you go.
It's killer.
You got a little bit of heat from chipotle pepper in there as well.
You know what I think the secret is? It really makes it work. Those caramelized onions.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely kind of mellows everything out, but it ties it all together. Now we're ready to plate the burger. We're going to pull that off. And bring that right over here.
Look at that. So this is not the burger your mom used to make.
No, it's not. And there you go.
There it is. A beautiful burger indeed called the
PB&J.
PB&J, and you find it at the Nano
Brew Cleveland.
Nano Brew Cleveland on West 25th Street. So it's right down the street. It's easy to find from the Westside Market. So check it out back here at the site of Walnut Wednesday. All these folks enjoying their lunch.
I bet you a lot of them have bacon in their lunches too.
You want to take her sandwich, I bet, huh?
Looks really good.
Yeah, looks pretty good over there.
I'm telling you, there are so many great, delicious meals that have bacon in them. But I think I like the bacon toothpaste the best.
I thought you were going to ask me if you had bacon stuck in your teeth.
No.
Well, we have had bacon a million different ways, as you have done, and you will try in the future. And I would say bacon is here to stay.
It's a staple. Can't live without it, folks.
We're here to stay too. I'm David Moss.
And I'm Natalie Herbeck.
We'll see you in the next
New Day, Cleveland.
Go Bacon!
Yes!